Just some prayers, wonderful prayers. The Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Supreme Personality of Godhead. By Maharaj Goswami. Sri Chaitanya Prabhu Vande Paluyatana Grahat Dharnena Namotta Kriha Yaptam Siddhanda Sagaram. I offer my obeisances to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, by whose mercy even an ignorant child can swim across the ocean of conscience, of conclusions about the ultimate truth, which is full of the crocodiles of various theories. O my merciful Lord Chaitanya, may the nectarine Ganges waters of your transcendental activities flow on the surface of my desert-like tongue, purifying these waters are the lotus flowers of singing, dancing, and loud chanting of Krishna's holy name, which are the pleasure abodes of unalloyed devotees. These devotees are compared to swans, ducks, and bees. The rivers flowing produce a melodious sound that gladdens their ears. So it is, perhaps we can come a little more close to the appearance of the Lord. Yes. There's many qualities. So we may hear about the advent of Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Advent or appearance of Lord Sri Chaitanya. All glories to Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. All glories to Advaita Chanda. All glories to Lord Nityananda. All glories to Gadadhar Prabhu. All glories to Shivas Thakur. All glories to Mukunda Prabhu, Vasudev Prabhu. All glories to Haridas Thakur. All glories to Swarup Damodar and Murari Gupta. All these brilliant moons have together dissipated the darkness of this material world. All glories to the moons who are devotees of the principal moon, Lord Chaitanya Chanda. Their bright moonshine illuminates the entire universe. As I have spoken of preface of Chaitanya Charitamrita, so this, what we heard before, this many chapters of the preface. Now I shall describe Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's pastimes in chronological order. First, let me give a synopsis of the Lord's pastimes. Then I shall describe them in detail. The Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was vending himself in Navadvip. Was visible for 48 years, enjoying his pastimes. In the year 1407, on the Shaka area, means 1486 in Western calendar. Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared in the year 1455 in the Western calendar, in the year 1455 or 1534, he disappeared from this world. So 24 years Lord Chaitanya lived in the Grihastha ashram, household life, always engaging in the pastimes of the Swami Maharaj, of the Hare Krishna movement. After 24 years, he accepted the renounced order of life, sannyas. He resided for 24 years more at Jagannath Puri. Of this last 24 years, he spent the first 6 continually touring India, sometimes in South India, sometimes in Bengal, sometimes in Vrindavan. For the remaining 18 years, he continuously stayed at Jagannath Puri, chanting a nectarine, Hare Krishna Mahamantra. He inundated everyone there in a flood of love of Krishna. And this sloka in Bengali is Astata Asatatsara Hagila Milachali Krishna Prem Namamrite Bhajalala Sakali. The pastime of his household life are known as the Adi Lila, or the original pastime. His later pastimes are known as the Madhya Lila and Antya Lila, or the middle or the final pastimes. All the pastime enacted by Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in his Adi Lila were recorded in summary from the form by Murari Gupta. His later pastime, Madhya Lila and Antya Lila, were recorded in the form of notes by his secretary, Srila Goswami, and thus kept within a book. In his original pastimes, there are 4 divisions: Balya, Boganda, Keshore, Yuvan, childhood, early boyhood, later boyhood, and youth. I offer my respectful obeisances under the full moon evening in the month of Balgun, an auspicious time full of auspicious symptoms. When Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu advented himself with the chanting of the holy name, Hare Krishna. Vajina Krishna Namabhihi is the original Bengali. On the full moon evening of the month of Phalguna, when the Lord took birth, coincidentally, there was also lunar eclipse. In jubilation, everyone was chanting the holy name of the Lord. Hari Hari, Hari Hari Bole, Lokar Harashitanaha. Name of the Lord, Hari Hari. And the Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu then appeared, after first causing the appearance of the holy name. At his birth, in his childhood, and his early later boyhood, as well as in his youth, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu under different pleas induced people to chant the holy name of Hari. In his childhood, when the Lord was crying, he would stop immediately upon hearing the holy name Krishna and Hari. Harinam Shuni Krishna, Harinam Shuni Rahaye Rodhan. All the friendly ladies who come to see the child would chant the holy names, Hari Hari, as soon as the child would cry. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. I chanted the names. I like, because this makes the mind free. Otherwise the mind is wandering all over the universe. We cannot hear the Harikatha. We cannot hear about Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu if the mind is wandering in the external world. So when all the ladies saw this fun, they enjoyed laughing and called the Lord Gaurahari. From then on, Gaurahari became another of his names. His childhood lasted until the date of Sadhaka, the beginning of his education, and his age from the end of his childhood until he married is called Boganda. After his marriage, his youth began. And in his youth, he induced everyone to chant the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, anywhere and everywhere. So in his Boganda age, he became a serious student, also taught disciples in this way. He used to explain the holy name of Krishna everywhere. When teaching a course in grammar, Vyakarana, and explaining it with notes, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu taught his disciples about the glories of Lord Krishna. All explanation culminated in Krishna, and his disciples would understand them very easily. Thus, his influence was wonderful. When Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was a student, he asked whomever he met to chant the name of Hare Krishna Nam. In this way, he inundated the whole town of Navadvip with the chanting of Krishna Nam. I do sometimes take the original Bengali. This I don't know who corrected this translations. Just prior to his youthful life, he began the Sankirtan movement. Day and night he used to dance in ecstasy with his devotees. The Sankirtan movement went on from one part of the town to another, as the Lord wandered everywhere performing kirtan in this way. He inundated the whole world by distributing love of Godhead. Bhuvan Prema Bhakti Diya. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu lived in the Navadvip area for 24 years. And he induced every person to chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra, thus merge in love of Krishna. Kam Krishna Prem Lokenam. For his remaining 24 years, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, after accepting the renounced order of life, stayed at Jagannath Puri with his devotees. For 6 of these 24 years in Nilacha, Jagannath Puri, he distributed love of Godhead by always chanting and dancing. Beginning from Kapkamari, extending through Bengal to Vrindavan during the 6 years, he toured all over India, chanting, dancing, and distributing love of Krishna. I was very fortunate. The first place I came when I came to India from Sri Lanka. And I was traveling with this sadhu, this mystic, and he had a small clay hut in front of a very big temple, many stairs up. You have to go, not so big, but it was high. And I was thinking in the beginning, I don't want to give too much donations. There are hundreds sitting there asking for donations. So I went up, and I know they want donation, that I give some donation for temple. I did not do. And I went down the stairs, and I could not go down completely. I was sitting down, and I felt very bad. I felt very bad, but this was not right, I thought. So later on they told me that this is temple where Lord Chaitanya was visiting. And in this temple, he found the Brahma Samhita. So it was a very, actually, holy place, very special place. So just the next day I changed all, I don't know, 1,000 rupees was much at this time, 50 years ago or 45 years ago. And only coins, and they were sitting in front of Rameshwara temple, so many sadhus. And I distributed the whole bag to all of them. And everybody was giving blessing. But for the last, let's say, 50 sadhus, I did not have any more. So I give, at this time there was paper money, €1 or €2 also, I think. A rupee, yeah. Rupees, yes. Euro. So I try to distribute this. And they said, no, only coins, only coins. Then this was the time when I come, almost 50 years ago, to India. Nowadays they spit on you when you give 100 rupees. Yes, they ask for 500. And this was the temple where Mahaprabhu was. It was I was living there for some times and doing parikram on this island, Rameshwara. So from Kapkamarin extending to Bengal to Vrindavan, with the 6 years, he toured all of India chanting, dancing and distributing love of Krishna. So he visited this temple also. The activities of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in his travels after he accepted sannyas are his principal pastimes. His activities during his remaining 18 years are called Andhyalila, or the final portion of his pastimes. For 6 of the 18 years, he continuously stayed in Jagannath Puri. He regularly performed kirtan, inducing all the devotees to love Krishna simply by chanting and dancing. For the remaining 12 years, he stayed in Jagannath Puri. He taught everyone how to taste the transcendental mellow ecstasy of love of Krishna by testing it himself. So day and night, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu felt separation from Krishna. Manifesting symptoms of this separation, he cried and talked very inconsistently, like a madman. As Srimati Radharani talked inconsistently when she met Uddhava, so also Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu relished, both day and night, such ecstatic talk in the mood of Srimati Radharani. The Lord used to read the books of Vidyapati, Jayadev, and Chandidas, relishing their songs with his confidential associates, like Sri Ramananda Rai and Swarup Damodar Goswami. In separation from Krishna, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu relished all these ecstatic activities. Thus he fulfilled his own desire. So Mahaprabhu appeared in this world because one reason was he wanted to taste the ecstasy of the separation, what the devotees feel when they feel separated from Srimati Radharani or from Krishna, Govinda. He wanted to taste this. And this is also a reason why he came to this world. And the second 24 years, or the 18 years in Puri, he relished these pastimes. The Andhya Lila. So the pastimes of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu are unlimited. How much can a small living entity elaborate about those transcendental pastimes? If Sheshanaga personally were to make the pastimes of Lord Chaitanya in sutras, even with his thousands of mouths, there is no possibility that he could find their limit. So devotees like Sri Swarup Damodar and Murari Gupta have recorded all the principal pastimes of Lord Chaitanya in the form of notes after deliberate considerations. So the notes kept by Swarup Damodar and Murari Gupta are the basis of this book. Following those notes, I write of all the pastimes of the Lord. The notes have been described elaborately by Vrindavan Das Thakur. Srila Vrindavan Das Thakur, the authorized writer of the pastimes of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, is as good as Srila Vyasadeva. He has described the pastimes in such a way as to make them sweeter and sweeter. So being afraid of his books becoming too voluminous, he left some place without vivid descriptions. So I shall try to fill those places as far as possible. The transcendental pastimes of Lord Chaitanya have actually been relished by Srila Vrindavan Das Thakur. I am simply trying to chew the remnants of food left by him. My dear devotees of Lord Chaitanya, let me now write a synopsis of the Adi Lila. I write of these pastimes in brief because it is not possible to describe them in full. To fulfill a particular desire within his mind, Lord Krishna Vajendra Kumar decided to descend to this planet after mature contemplation. So Lord Krishna, therefore, first allowed his family of superiors to descend to the earth. I shall try to describe them in brief because it's not possible to describe them fully. The Lord Sri Krishna, before appearing, the Lord Chaitanya requested his devotees to precede him. Sri Sajitevi Jagannath Mishra, Madhavendra Puri, Kesava Bharati Ishwar Puri, Advaita Acharya, Srivas Pandit, Acharya Ratna, Vidyanidhi, and Thakur Haridas. There were also Sri Upendra Mishra, a resident of the district of Srihata. He was a great devotee of Lord Vishnu, a learned scholar, a rich man, and a reservoir of all good qualities. Upendra Mishra had 7 sons, who were all saintly and most influential: Kamsari, Paramananda, Padmanabha, Savishwara, Jagannatha, Janardana, and Trilokyanada. Jaganvishnu, the fifth son, decided to reside on the bank of the Ganges at Nadia. So Jagannath Mishra was designated as Purandara, exactly like Nanda Maharaj and Vasudev. He was an ocean of all good qualities. His wife, Srimati Sachidevi, was a chaste woman, highly devoted to her husband. Sachidevi's father's name was Nilambara, and his surname was Chakravarti. In Radha, the part of Bengal where Ganges is not visible, Nityananda Prabhu, Gangadhar, Pandit, Murari Gupta, and Mukunda took birth. I know all these names by remembering. Once in Vienna, Guru Maharaj wanted me to speak, so I spoke about that. And I could remember all these associates, and called them by name. And Guru Maharaj was looking at me and said, "Yes, talk to the audience. He can remember all these names." He was astounded that a Westerner can remember all this. Nowadays I cannot anymore. Lord Krishna Vajendra Kumar first caused countless devotees to appear, and at last he appeared himself. Before the appearance of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, all the devotees of Narada used to gather in the house of Advaita Acharya. In these meetings of the Vaishnavas, Advaita Acharya used to recite the Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam, decrying the paths of philosophical speculations and fruitive activity, and establishing the super excellence of devotional service. In all the revealed scriptures of Vedic culture, devotional service to Lord Krishna is explained throughout. Therefore, devotees of Lord Krishna do not recognize the process of philosophical speculation, mystic yoga, unnecessary austerity, and so-called religious rituals. They do not accept any process but devotional service. Kyanta Padama Nahi Maniyana Krishna Bhaktim Vyaki Kyana. In the house of Advaita Acharya, all the Vaishnavas took pleasure in always talking of Krishna, always worshipping Krishna, and always chanting Nam Sankirtan. But Sri Advaita Acharya Prabhu felt pain to see all the people without Krishna consciousness simply merging in material sense enjoyment. They were merciful. So seeing the condition of the world, he began to think seriously of how all these people could be delivered from the clutches of Maya. Srila Advaita Acharya Prabhu thought, if Krishna himself appears in order to distribute the cult of devotional service, then only will liberation be possible for all people. So with this consideration, Advaita Acharya Prabhu promised to cause Lord Krishna to descend, began to worship the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna. with tulasi leaves and water of the Ganges. Bhattam pushpam param doyam yami bhakti payastati yad aham bhakti paridam snan payadhatma. If one offers me a love with love and devotion, a leaf, a flower, a fruit, or water, I will accept it. Following this principle, Advaita Prabhu pleased the Supreme Person of Godhead with tulasi leaves and water of the Ganges. So, devotional service means this. If one offers me with love and devotion, if this is not done, then just physically, then it is not devotional service. If it's done out of false ego, external, just externally making show, it is not bhakti, it is not devotion service. We have to always be conscious. Whatever we do, I do for my Lord, for Lord Chaitanya, for my Gurudev, who are not different from the Lord Chaitanya, Nityananda, and Radha, Govinda. So by loud cries he invited Krishna to appear. And this repeated invitation attracted Lord Krishna to descend. So, can you imagine if you worship like with love and devotion, leaf, water, flower, then it is done with love. He attracts Krishna. He will come. He will reveal himself to us. And this is what devotees, pure devotees, can experience. But devotion has to be pure. Bhakti has to be pure, not external, not a show. So before the birth of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, 8 daughters took birth, one after another, from the womb of Sachimata, the wife of Jagannath Mishra. But just after their birth, they all died. Jagannath Mishra was very unhappy at the death of his children, one after another. Therefore, desiring a son, he worshipped the lotus feet of Lord Vishnu. After this, Jagannath Mishra got a son of the name Vishwarupa, who was most powerful and highly qualified because he was an incarnation of Baladev. The expansion of Baladev, known as Shankarshan in the spiritual world, is the ingredient and immediate cause of this material cosmic manifestation. The gigantic universal form is called the Vishwarup, incarnation of Mahashankarshan. Thus we do not find anything within this cosmic manifestation except the Lord himself. So this vision we have to develop. There exists nothing outside of Supreme Lord. Whatever exists, whatever you see, whatever you can think of, whatever goes in your mind, everything is Krishna, is the Supreme. It does not exist anything outside of him. So pure devotees see the world like this. And dear followers of the Lord Chaitanya, we should become conscious of this. Thus we do not find anything within this cosmic manifestation except the Lord Himself. Because our vision is unfortunately like this, we think this matter what we can see with these eyes, what we can touch with the hand, what we can taste, smell, or hear this world with. This external senses, indriyas, this is all belongs to the illusory world. It is temporary. So we have to develop transcendental senses, transcendental vision. Not this external world is truth or is reality. The reality is when we see that everything is meant for His enjoyment. Everything belongs to Him, everything is Him. So even we as spirit soul, Jivatma, we are part and parcels of Him. Nobody is great and nobody is small. It's only we have our position in the spiritual plane where we are doing, have relations in different ways. Dasya, Sakya, Vatsalya, Madhurya, very loving relations. And we are meant for this to please the Lord. If anything is done for pleasing my senses, for my satisfaction, for this body's, it is under the influence of the external world, and it's called Maya, that what is not real. It is only temporary. Okay, we may close here. Is there any question or any comments? Yes?
Children before, is this also the same children who came before Bhakti? Is this the same incarnations?
Yes, they are eternal, his parents.
No, this I understand, but the children before, because in Krishna Lila, before Krishna comes, Devaki is having so many children, and Kamsa is coming in.
Yeah.
Are these the same losses? I guess the same associates coming before such a...
Yes, there is a story for this, but I don't know, I remember exactly. They were cursed or they were... and they appeared, but they were devotees. So, dying in this world is not for a realized soul. It's not something bad or good. It happened. It is like dying means I'm waking up from a dream, from a nightmare. We think dying in the material world means now everything is finished. No. When you take birth, you enter the world of ignorance. So this was a blessing of the Lord. We have to see everything like this. They went back perhaps after, back home. This is very difficult. If you see it from the level, from the realized platform, that is just a waking up from a dream. It is nothing we have to fear, be afraid for. It is normal. We had taken birth and died millions and millions of times. But we cannot remember. It does not mean that it did not happen. We cannot remember breakfast 3 weeks ago. We can. Pasta, khichdi, potatoes. But we do not exactly know. So how we cannot expect, if we would be able to remember, we would go mad. But for sure you're not sitting the first time in the temple and hearing. So this, all these things here will be revealed if one gets pure and develops devotion and love to the Supreme Lord. Everything will be shown to us. Everything. Then no doubts will be left. Now we are in a state of maybe, maybe not. And we are attracted to this material plane, to this external, to this dream world. We want to enjoy there, and we do not understand. It is not meant for my enjoyment, it is for Krishna's enjoyment. It is for him. This is devotee ceaseless. He is always in this mood, loving service, in different degrees, different forms, Vaikunta, Ayodhya, Vrindavan, and so forth. Sorry. Something more. It's difficult, Chaitanya Charitamrita, to hear because it is a transcendental. Some topics they are written for pure devotees who can. Others may not be able to follow this. In the same way, seeing God is Hey, hey, hey.